Oh, that's funny.
So, experiences, gosh, fun times, going fishing. We love to fish. We used to carry a fishing rod that folded up with us, and we'd always, we went to a town in the mid part of the country. I won't say where it is, but Shirley Englehorn and I like to fish, and we played in the Pro-Am with a gentleman, and we said, where do you go fishing? And the man said, well, would you like to catch a really big catfish? I said, sure, we want to catch anything. So he and his buddy took us out to this lake, and they're carrying an extra battery into the boat. And I'm saying, and these nets, you know, we're going to catch a 30-pound catfish. And you were thinking, yeah, sure. And they had this, what do you call it, net, and a half of a baseball bat. And he's carrying an extra battery. So we get out on this lake, and he said, now, you got get your net ready. And he said, now, you want to count to 12. Real slow, and be ready. And it counted to this 12, and boom, these fish came right up out of the water, and I grabbed this fish and put it in the boat, hit it on the head with the baseball bat. Now, what we didn't know is he had thrown a negative and a positive charge on that battery into the water that made the fish come up. So we get back to this motel where we're staying, and it had a restaurant, and they said, we took the fish, and all that week, anybody that wanted some catfish, and it was just beautiful white meat, just like a breast of chicken. Well, unbeknownst to us, we were with the game warden. So I can't tell you where it was, because, but we caught a 30-pound catfish with a net. The biggest fish other than ocean fishing I've caught. But I did go marlin fishing and got my marlin, but I don't want to do it again. Oh, just reeling and reeling and riling, and then I go, boom, goes away from you.
Shirley, that sounds like a fish story to me.
No, it's not. It's true. It's a true story.
Who was your favorite male player, as far as on the guy's side? Who did you really, that was your idol? Who did you think had the best swing? Who do you think really?
Best swing?
Yeah, who made an impact on the women? Who really, did you really, like Arnold Palmer was the guy, or Sam Snead was the best? Who did you guys really think was the best
Well, the
male?
best player, the best contender would be Arnold Palmer. He was God in golf. We sure miss him. He loved golf. It was the main thing when he got up in the morning, and when he went to bed, he thought about golf. And when he played, he came in off the course, he's pounding and hammering on his club every day and changing it and working on it. He come in the clubhouse as an aura. You knew he was there. He went around every table, said hello to everybody, and he did a great deal for the game, because without him, I don't think the tour would have been where it is. I think Gene Littler had the prettiest swing. Gene Littler had a beautiful golf swing and played very well for many years. But Arnie was God in golf to me.
Is there anybody that you haven't mentioned that you would, I always like to feel like there's people I need to thank in my life for my career, the Johnny Revoltas of my life. Is there anybody that you would love to just thank that you maybe have never mentioned?
My mentor would have been Joey Ray, a PGA pro who was a pro at Pasatiempo up in Monterey area. I gave the golf clinic there, and he said, there isn't much money out there on the tour, and you're not the greatest player in the world, which I knew. And he said, I think you should think about teaching. And there's a pro up the valley here few hundred miles away, and the pro just passed away, and they're going to hire a new pro. Why don't you go up there and give a clinic and then apply for the job? Which I did, and I was 23 years old, and I became the pro manager, green superintendent, keeper of the latrine. I did everything. And it was a little town, and it was a 9-hole course, and I raised their revenue 700% in 1 year. And I was having to pay all this help to help me, and I said, you was a municipal course. You are taking all my money and building a baseball stadium over there, and when I want fertilizer, it's not in the budget. So I lasted 2 years. I said goodbye. I've always been I was in the right time where I was an oddity, and I didn't have any trouble getting a job. And I had to write my own, what do you call it, proposal, or tell them what I wanted, shake their hand, and that was it. Today, it's a lot different to get a job, I'm sure, in a club. But that's life. Life is different today. I lived in an era where people believed in what you're telling them. They believed that you were sincere in what you were trying to do. They honored you, they respected you. It's a little different today. I think today in a position, you have to really prove yourself and be on your toes every minute, or somebody else takes your place. That's the way I see my 70 years out here. I'm very fortunate. I'll be 90 years old in May, and I'm still moving around, and I don't want to fossilize, and I think that I'm just so pleased to know so many people, and golf gave me this opportunity to travel, to see the world. I didn't play in Asia, I only played in Europe. And I just wish I could have had the opportunity to go to New Zealand, because I think that's the frontier, the last frontier for me that I missed. And as you asked me who my mentor, Joey Ray, believed, someone said, why didn't you play better? Well, I always felt the people that were winning were the better. And no one told me that I could do it. I didn't have that background until I met Joey Ray, who said, you have it, you can do it. And if you don't have someone that believes in you, it's going to be a lot harder to try to succeed. I think that today, you look at a tour player, man or woman, they have this big entourage around them. You know, they've got the fitness and the pro and the manager, a couple others. They got about 6 people that tell them what to do. Then they sign a contract with lots of money, and then that people tell them what to do, where to live, what to eat, where to go. And then they're not themselves. They become a puppet. And some companies hire a pro and tell a pro to tell them how to swing the club. They're winning, and now they can't win anymore because the pro comes in and changes their swing. I've seen this, and you know, top players recently that have gone through that, men and women. And when you get out there and you got a good swing, and you come to